Yeah, don't look at my hair. Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead. And today we're making blueberry blackcurrant jam. There's a few raspberries thrown in there, but you'll get the idea. These are our black currants. You see some raspberries in there. And some of these were frozen from last year because we don't get a lot. You see plant debris, bits of stem and stuff. It doesn't matter. They have been rinsed. Any dirt has been rinsed off. However, the plant debris is not going to matter because we're only using the juice. Now this is how many I got, and we're going to add in a heavy bottom saucepan. We're going to add an equal amount of water. We're going to bring this up to a boil, and then we're going to turn it down to simmer. We are extracting, black currants are extremely high in pectin, so that's what we're extracting, the juice and the pectin. This, I've burnt myself taking this off before because of steam. Oh yeah, this is doing a wonderful job. I'm going to let this simmer down a little bit for about another 10 minutes. About 40 minutes in total. Okay, now I've boiled this, and now I'm going to strain it. Now if you want just to make the jelly and you want it beautiful and clear, then you do a jelly bag. But I am just pouring it through this strainer so I can measure the juice, because I'm going to be making jam with other fruit in here. Whoops, a bit of a mess. This is excellent because this strainer actually fits this funnel, and I'm just going to let this drip. This is a good way to measure the juice because this bottle has measurements on the side, and we're just going to let this drip for about 20 minutes. Okay, I have some jars about to simmer on the back burner here. If you're doing just straight jelly, I wouldn't do this because it can cloud your juice. But since I'm adding other berries, I don't mind pressing some more juice out of this. Okay, so there. Now, when you're making jam or jelly without any kind of store-bought pectin, you never do more than 6 cups at a time. So I'm going to measure 3 cups of this juice. There's 2. Why am I telling you not to do more than 6 cups? Because it won't set. There. There's 3 cups of juice. We're going to turn this on to heat. Now these are cultivated frozen blueberries because wild blueberries are just way too expensive right now. So in here, I'm going to add 3 cups of blueberries. And then we're going to bring this to a boil. We'll do a small batch with what's left in there. See how the blueberries, because they're frozen, cooled this down. Now let's get this back up to a boil and measure our sugar. 2. This is starting to heat up. Have you ever noticed how when you use fruit pectin from the store, they give you more sugar and less fruit to make your jam go farther? Well, I do equal amounts, so there's more fruit and less sugar. And there we go. 6 cups of sugar. We're going to let this come to a boil. Don't waste any. That's organic sugar and it's expensive. You do not want the sugar to stick to the bottom. If you want to mash your blueberries, you go right ahead. Now, These little jars were sent to me as a gift. And they don't have rings and lids. They have them all in one, and they're brand new. So these are in hot water. These are about to boil. I have a little bit of vinegar in here to stop the jars from clouding. Okay, we're boiling this hard. And what that means is you boil it until it can't be stirred down. I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of butter. That's to help defoam the jars, the tops of the jars. This is going to be tricky because these are small jars. And we're going to do this until it sheets from the spoon. Okay, now watch carefully because you'll be able to see these gel. See how that's running kind of together to form a sheet? That means that's gelled. All right, let's get on this. Now, these jars are really little, and they're going to be difficult. These are going to be difficult to fill because they're so small. But we're going to, because the canning funnel does not fit the opening of these little jars. A little bit more juice. Half inch from the top. Always, always wipe your rims and rings and threads with a clean damp paper towel. And on they go. Fingertip tight. And they just get set aside. They get set aside to pop down. The reason these don't need to be boiled, you can boil them if you want to feel safer, is because the jars are boiling hot, the lids are hot, and the jam is boiling going in. Now, I'm going to do one more big one for me. Now, this doesn't have to be boiled because this is going right into the fridge, but I have washed it and dipped it in the boiling water, but this is going directly into the fridge. So here we, whoops. These jars make wonderful gifts if you want to give someone cookies or anything like that. Now we're just going to let this cool off on its own because I'm going to make more jam. Now these jars are not a cup. They're 2/3 of a cup. But this is what I got out of 5 cups of sugar, 5 cups of blackcurrant juice, and 5 cups of blueberries. This is what's left in the pot. I'm going to let it cool and I'm going to show you how it spreads. Yeah, I'm covered in sweat. Now remember folks, when you're making jam or jelly without pectin, never cook more than 6 cups of fruit and 6 cups of sugar at one time. I made a batch with 2 and 2 and 2 after this one because if you do more than 6 cups fruit, 6 cups sugar, your jelly won't set. We'll be back to test what's left in the pot when it cools. Okay, so here's what I want to show you. This is cooled down. Now look, that's jelly. See? Isn't that beautiful? Once you have them in your bottles, do not lift them or turn them to check their liquidity, like if they're still liquid or not. Let them set. Don't touch them, don't move them, don't turn them sideways to see. Okay? And these are all beautifully popped down. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, and that's how you make blueberry blackcurrant jam. If you wanted to make jelly, repeat the process sans blueberries, without blueberries. Take care, God.